Hello, everybody. Welcome on in to a stream that is hopefully way more, way more frames than last time. We've also got my laptop actually hooked up to power, so hopefully we don't just have a random end of the stream like the last one. If you didn't see my post, that was why the last stream just abruptly ended. I was hoping to get away with battery, and the battery did not do the trick for the entire time. So here we are. Or there we were, I guess. But yeah, setup is different once again. I'm sitting in my living room on my couch because that is as far as an Ethernet cord reached for me. At least the Ethernet cords that I have. I did not have like a 30-foot Ethernet cord. I have like a 10-foot, and this is what it gets. So here we are. Again, things are going to look a little funny till the move and the new setup is properly finalized, and etc., etc., etc. Alright, let me stop blabbing. Let's get into a game here. Gonna do some more TCG. I'm not, turning into a Pokemon TCG streamer exclusively. It's just a very easy thing for my computer to run right now, and I also am happening to go to a tournament next weekend, and so I figure, hey, two birds with one stone, let's test this deck out, and let's stream it. But I do have other stuff on the horizon for things that I want to stream. Hello, tiny man on my phone. Yes, that's me. How did you know? I'm trapped in here, and I only come out when you click on this purple app. Very strange. There's an Artemis just off camera. You guys can't see. She's in a cat tree right next to the couch. Alright, we both mulliganed. No worries. Opponent is playing, okay, they're playing Turbo Lost Box, which is definitely my least favorite matchup, so this is actually good practice, and also good testing on how the addition of Sharon's Care and Path to the Peak help against this. Unless, of course, they just brick here with Manaphy, in which case this isn't going to be practice at all. We drew the Duralud on top deck, that was pretty fortunate. And, Trinity Charge. This might be a very quick game. I probably should have looked at the entire deck with that first search, but unless they have a god-tier Colress here, I don't think they're going to be doing a whole lot. Let's go. I mean, let's go right now is just, let's watch them brick, apparently. Well, there are some decisions to be made with this Colress. Either that or they're making their way to the concede button. Alright, Comfey. They're in business. And a Cram. It's all coming together. And a Pokestop. Alright, we've actually got ourselves a game here. Pokestop away. What was that? Both Sableye and a Lightning Energy. Well... I mean, they'll get it back with Clara, but... Hello, everybody, as you're coming in. Welcome in. Benching the Dragonite? Are they going to Forest Seal, or are they just going to take a turn here? Because if so, I'm going to... I'm going to... Okay, well, I'm going to kill that Dragonite, then. Still using the same deck, yes. Alright, let's see. Can I... Switch one... Interesting. We're gonna get a second boss in case he tries to retreat the Dragonite. And we're gonna get Nest for the other Dura, just so that we can put all the energy on nicely right now. Go grab that other Dura. We call this thinning in the business, just to say I'm not in the business. And give me Dragon, because I know better than to let that guy sit back there and get powered up. Do I like using the same deck a lot or switching it up? I personally, especially in local play, will just switch it up. So I've got, currently in real life, I have 4 decks made up, and I'll just switch between them depending on what I'm feeling like playing that week and what I haven't played in a while. I'm working on making some more decks, but obviously there's only a limited number of like trainer cards I have, and so sometimes that requires cannibalizing other ones. Online, you can have one copy of a card and use it in every deck if you want, which is one of the nice things about the live program, is that you can that you don't have to have like 12 copies of something to play it in 3 different decks. And so I will change up what I play on live a lot. With right now, because I'm wanting to practice this deck for Milwaukee next weekend, I am just playing this deck to get some reps in, see how it does against matchups and stuff. But if you guys would rather see a different deck, we can definitely switch in and mix in something else. If you'd want to see, if you'd want to see Arctina, if you'd want to see, a water deck like a Palkia deck, if you'd want to see, I could even try Lost Box. I'm not good at playing Lost Box, but we could try it. Give me that dragon, please. Thank you. And bonk. Even if it means losing the Duraludon, I would rather have the Dragonite killed. Because that Dragonite, if they successfully Choice Belt it, will one-shot the Arceus, and then we will not be able to use Sharon's Care. I can never stay using one VGC team. I always get new ideas I want to try. And, like, me too, right? As I was just saying with the card game and stuff. And I feel like that's so tough with VGC because you got to train up the Pokemon. Or just, obviously cheat them in, but I don't know how good Pokemon's anti-cheat is. But when it comes to, like, the cards and stuff, I've got most of the basics, and so just kind of have to get some, and, maybe I have to change around which deck they're in or whatever, but I have them. And then maybe I have to trade or buy for a couple of things that I don't have. Like, for instance, a deck that I'm going to play with the next set release, I need Zoroarks for it, and so I need to go find those Zoroarks in real life. I have them online, so I'll play it on live, see if I like it, and then see if it's worth trying to go find those Zoroarks for making an in-person version of it. Which is kind of nice that you can test stuff with the live client. Oh yeah, they did get back with Sableye with the Clara. I hate, besides all the bugs with live, which are, bugs, the fact that it literally just doesn't show you how your opponent is interacting with the discard pile. Like Energy Recycler, Clara, Miriam, it's insane. That is public knowledge that the game just withholds from you for some reason. We're going to use the Pokegear here to see if we can fish for a Judge, because I would like to disrupt that 11-card hand they have. Incredible. Hit it every time. Never punished. Let's pitch the Nest Balls before we do so. Just to thin a little bit. Let's put on the energy, and let's Judge. And we Ultra Ball away the 2 Arceus, because we don't need those. And grab ourselves the big building boy. There is a serious consideration to hang on to this Choice Belt in case they try to revive the Dragonite with Clara. Or in case they bring out the Raikou and I have to Arceus V with the Choice Belt. So we're going to hang on to it. Just leave it where it is in our hand, and if it gets Roxanne away or something, then we just accept that. Come on. There we go. Relaxing on the deck, bugs are annoying. I see you. I see you, First Dog. Good humor. Good comedy. Oof. Threw away the Colress and the Psychic Energy. Got a useless Battle VIP pass. That's rough, buddy. That's rough. See, and this is why I have added the Path of the Peak into this list here. It's just slowing down Lost Box Greninjas, honestly. Because Lost Box is never using Special Energy, so I don't need Duraludon's ability. They're very rarely able to be walled with Vulpix, and so I need something like the Path to slow them down when I judge them. So, like, after Arceus' Starbirth, I literally have no abilities that matter, and so I'd rather just shut off all yours, or, you know, some of yours, than, I don't know, any other kind of stadium that's out there. There's an argument to be made for Lost City. Like, Lost Citying that Dragonite would have been nice. But also, early game, that Lost City kind of helping them, depending on what actually gets put in the Lost Zone. Like, if it's just Comfey's getting Lost City, they're, you know, they're cruising, actually. They're happy with that. Now, later, like I said, it's nice to Lost Zone Dragonite, nice to Lost Zone Sableye, that kind of thing. Yeah, they did Clara back that Dragonite. Again, no information from the Clara. Okay, so they can't one-shot the Arceus because they've just attached, Forest Seal. That's good. So what they're going for here is they're going to Mirage Gate, bring up the Dragonite, and hit with it for 250, and just hope for the two-shot. We are going to say, absolutely not. You expected this Dragonite to live 2 turns, and instead I'm going to retreat Arceus, send up Dura, and put on that Choice Belt, which is why we hung on to it and didn't commit it to one of the two. I don't think they've supported this turn, so there is a chance that they Roxanne us. But that would be a pretty ballsy Roxanne, considering the fact that I have a 2-card hand, and they know that one of them I haven't played, so it's probably not super useful. Like, for all they know, it's just another copy of, like, Arceus or something. By the way, chat, how is the stream looking? Because I am keeping an eye on Streamlabs, and it has said 0 frames dropped, and I am super happy about that. Is it looking good? Is the quality good? I think I have it set to 1080 30 FPS, so, like, it should look pretty decent. Alright, Escape Rope. I'd rather see the damage go on the Arceus because we could Sharon's carry it away, but so be it. We are going to Choice Belt. We're going to replace the Crystal Cave and start healing with that, too, so... choice. Crystal... do I Pokestop? I don't think I Pokestop. I think I throw away more supporters than I do get, like, any kind of item card I would want. We've already used 1 and 2 Pokegear. With the addition of Sharon's Care, I dropped it down to 2 Pokegear. And so, not Pokestop. The odds that we get a Pokegear as opposed to throwing away, like, Boss and stuff would be bad. I do think we have game here. Unless they've got some kind of wild play. But I only need 1 more prize card. Yep, there we go. So chat, let's take a second to look at the decks that I have built, and you guys let me know if you want to see any of those, besides just playing Arctura Vulpix. So I've got a Regieleki Miraidon deck put together, the Regieleki build. I've got a deck that is one of those kind of funny decks that has no energy in it. It's built around the Sasuian Arcanine and the very vulnerable attack, which does 160 damage if you have no cards in your hand, so there's kind of some fun trickiness to that. I don't really want to play that one. I've got Dialga V-Star. It's still missing a couple Dialgas, so it's not the best, but it's always fun to take 2 turns in a row, and your opponent doesn't like that. Palkia V-Star, so this is straight Palkia and Empoleon, like some other cards like Articuno and stuff. I've got a Gardevoir deck built, like a proper meta version of it. Same with Arctina. I have an Arceustina deck. I've got both Fusion and Judge Path Muse, if we wanted to see either one of those. I think this Fusion Muse is pretty close to the list that won Portland. I've got a Flaffy version of the Miraidon deck. And then I've got a few Lost Box variants, and I don't know if there's really anything else worth mentioning too much. Oh, I've got a tricky little fighting Ditto box that might be fun to watch, too. So yeah, if any of those interest you, let me know in chat. We can play a different deck after this game if we'd like. Play what you want, especially if you're Practic Attorney. Okay, I mean, I'll play this. I just don't want it to get stale. One of like the biggest criticisms for this deck is that it's kind of one note, right? You put everything on, you attack, you hit hard, you have high HP, and there's really not much to it. Whereas some of the other ones can have some fun little strategy, you know, paralyze lock in a Palkia deck or whatnot. And so, you know, if this gets stale, if you guys are just like, wow, he's attacking every time, crazy, we could definitely switch it up a little bit. If something's good, it doesn't have to be interesting. Ashwin, you have just unintentionally hit upon Mew and how much it was hated for a year and a half in the TCG. Uh, Mew hits hard and goes fast, and it's just too good, and everybody was playing it at one point to the point that they had to print cards specifically to counter precisely Mew. It's very rare that you see such a hard counter printed as Drapion V. In fact, interesting things are often not good anyway. That is true, but there is also something to be said about playing the non-meta and your opponent not knowing what the hell you're doing. Does look like we're playing a Gardevoir deck. Just kidding. Remember what I was saying about non-meta? What is this? Arceus and Ralts? I'm genuinely curious. Is this some sort of, like, scuffed Mewtwo V unit build? One nice thing about playing the Arc is as long as I don't mulligan and show, my hand in too much detail, starting an Arceus and attaching a double turbo energy gives my opponent nearly no information. I could be playing Arcdura, I could be playing I could be playing Arcdura straight, I could be playing Arcdura Vulpix, I could be playing Arcdura Umbreon, I could be playing Arctina, I could just be playing straight Arceus. There's some of those that are decks. So, that is an advantage of having a pretty good opening hand with this deck, as it leaves a lot to the imagination. Kind of like when somebody just starts like Radiant Greninja, and I'm like, that could be anything. Well, we definitely need to take the Lost City to clear the path. I think we try Trekking Shoes and the Nest Ball? And we just, we hope that the Trekking Shoes hits an Ultra Ball or an Arceus V-Star. Let's Nest beforehand, just a tiny little bit. Do we have all three of these in here? We do, okay. What about energy-wise? I am okay committing a Fighting Energy to this Arceus if need be. Also okay pitching Steel Energy. Now this is a choice. I think we keep this, because I don't know what I'm playing, and it could be something where that actually helps a lot. So I think we're doing a one Dura, one Vulpix kind of game. We did not hit the Arceus V-Star, so we are just going to Trinity Charge the bad boy, or the bad version of it, and draw on some energy. I feel like TCG is way harder to pull off crazy stuff since you see the cards and know their moveset. Yeah, so that's why I mean, like, playing interesting things is always fun. So I played somebody at Locals the other day who was playing a metal deck, and they put down a Clink, like the gear Pokemon, and I was like, I have never seen this in a metal deck. I don't know what the Clink Clang does, but it's got to be something funny. And so I'm going to go hunt it and take it out early, because who the heck knows what this is? Because, yeah, especially if you're, like, learning the meta, and, like, there's, like, these, like, 4 or 5 decks that are dominant, and you know the cards that are in those, and then somebody throws out some kind of rogue deck, and you're like, this is... I don't know what this is. I have no idea. What does this Misdreavus do? Spreads damage counters everywhere? Okay. The Magma Basin. Okay, now I'm really confused, chat. The Magma Basin? So, what, they're playing, like, Radiant Charizard? In VGC, you can have almost infinite possibilities of ridiculous best-of-1 strats. Yeah, there is something to be said. So the TCG, depending on the tournament size and length, will be best-of-1 or best-of-3. So, typically locals, things that are shorter and happening just, over the course of an afternoon, it's best-of-1, half-hour games, so, you'll play 3 or 4 games in 2 hours kind of thing. The regionals, the tournament I'm going to next week in Milwaukee, is best of 3 50-minute rounds to do 3 games. and then 9 rounds of that, right? And so you have to. There's the possibility for getting what's known as donked, like turn 1 you just get defeated, you get knocked out immediately and have nobody back up. But the odds of that happening 2 times in a row, very little, and so you have decks that are more consistent, less reliant on some of those tricky little things. You always prioritize knocking out the thing you're clueless about, even if you think it's harmless. Exactly. Also, Delphox V is this deck, which is not good. What is this? I know it's like 120 and 120 to bench, so I guess it's trying to counter Lost Box, but I don't know. Just play Rapid Strike Urshifu if you want to counter Lost Box. Delphox I don't think is the answer. Alright, Colress, can we find the V-Star? Yeah, it's right there. Do I have an energy? I did draw an energy per turn, so that's the gear. That's an easy decision. V-Star. Dura. There's no way they're going to kill this V-Star in 1 turn. So I'm going to not use Starbirth yet. I am going to put out the Lost City here and start Lost Citying away their Waltz, so they don't get that back. And yeah, we cruise. Probably should have choice belted the Arceus now that I think about it, but actually the amount of energy that we have left in the deck, it doesn't matter. I do have a Raihan, I guess, but I would never. And there's the Ultra Ball. I mean, we could still use it for the Alolan Vulpix V-Star, but VGC tournaments this year just started using Open Sheet, where you can see your opponent's Pokemon moves and held items. They're also best of 3 sets. Does TCG do a similar thing to see decks ahead of time? No. In fact, not knowing your opponent's deck is a lot of what you play around. So, you see, oh, they're playing Lost Box, but I don't know which variant of Lost Box they're playing, because there's like 3 or 4 that are competitive. And so, you don't know what they're starting with, you don't really know how to set up your board state for a little bit, and then you go, oh, hey, I just saw Water Energy, so they're probably playing either like Arcagudra, or like Kyogre, or the Dragonite build, or some combination thereof. And then you're like, oh, I just saw Fire Energy, they're playing the Sablezard build. Stuff like that, where you can kind of start seeing pieces and getting clues as to what they're playing, especially if it's a meta deck. But you don't know their exact deck list, because otherwise you'd be able to, I don't know, there'd be some funny stuff you could do with that. Rather unfortunate that I had the Fighting Gallade. These things happen. There's an argument to be had here that I knock it out, and there's an argument to be had here that I hunt one of the Arceus, specifically the one that doesn't have any special energy on because of Duraludon's ability. Let's see if we hit the boss. We do. Or there's another argument that I take out this Curlia, especially while Lost City's around, and I think that's actually what I'm going to do. It's lower on the prize trade, but it is does stop their draw engine a little bit. Was there a follow? I saw something pop up on stream. I don't think so, unless I missed it too. There was! Oh my goodness. Yeah, I totally missed that, and I guess my sound settings or something weren't playing the sounds for me, which is totally possible. But thank you for the follow, the one called Echo. I think I know who that is. I think that's somebody I know in real life. It's the small screen laptop problems is I didn't have the event list visible in Streamlabs with the game over top of it and stuff. Again, once we have a proper setup, I'm gonna have like 2 screens. Like I'm gonna do dual monitors and stuff, so we can have the stream and like all the stream info and stuff on one, and I have the full, 1080p or 4K or whatever game on the other screen. It'll be pretty sweet, but it's gonna take us a little bit to get there. Ew, throwing the path down. I don't like that. That's disappointing. I do like that they judged us and we got our Crystal Cave back, so we can at least bump the path next turn. So for those of you that don't know, Duraludon's ability prevents all damage from things that have special energy attached. Well, hey, guess what? This Arceus has special energy attached. So normally this Arceus would have done no damage to us. Path to the Peak shuts off Duraludon's ability, so then we are back to it doing damage. But now we bump the path, and no more damage. They did power up the second Arceus with just basic energy, so they will be able to retreat and take the KO here, I think, if they're smart. And then we just hope that Vulpix does its job. We do need the evolved Vulpix, but we do have Rayhan in hand, so we can get that worst comes to worst. He's done exactly what I thought he would, including not having a switch, having to retreat that Arceus. So there's one more way out of this. The Alolan Vulpix only walls against things that have abilities. So, could attack with the Gallade or Path to the Peak to shut off his own abilities. We'll see how smart he is and how lucky I am with getting a boss or something. We could also escape rope here and just force him to either give us the V-Star for a sacrifice or the Gallade. Yeah, I don't think we trust Judge. That's bait. And we are actually going to thin just slightly by getting an Ultra Ball and not the Vulpix V-Star immediately. That way, if they judge us, or if we judge next turn, we've got less cards that we can draw onto. Less dead cards to draw onto, that is. So yeah, here we go. And the V-Star is ours. Oh yeah, we didn't use our V-Star power yet. Because I was not expecting the Dynablade Gallades. We didn't actually Starbirth, so we could Silvery... Hey, there's two of the bosses. Wow. So we could, Silvery Snowstar if they decide to throw a bunch of these on the bench for some reason. The gotcha component is fun AF. Yes, agreed. And you can get a little bit of that hit just by playing on the live, because the live does have packs that you open and it shows you one at a time the cards. So you can definitely feel that dopamine hit a little bit. Are they going to overbench Arceus? That would be lovely. Another thing is, I think they're out of basic energy. So, if they don't have more energy to attach to this Arceus, we could just boss it out and just hit that twice. There is the Radiant Charizard in this deck. This deck is such a pile. What is this? Oh, we have the path to purposely screw ourselves over. That would be quite the move. No, give me the Arceus and Snow Mirage, and then we just hope that they don't hand disrupt, because even if they do retreat, we have the second boss. Because that was quite the little package of prize cards. Yes, I did. Oh, the Sharon's Care. Boo, boo, this man. But yes, I did get Samurai Tin into TCG, including the live, or not the live, because the live is the client. The real life component. I've got him buying cards now. I am a monster. We're gonna try it again because this Gallade's really not an issue. I just sacked my thing from 680 to 620. Nice, you love to see it. There's definitely, it's kind of funny. There's decks that are good for climbing, climbing like the ladder, and there's decks that are good decks but bad for climbing the ladder because they're better in like a best of 3 format. And it's funny to see the the difference there. I hate Miraidons. Oh, you should play a fighting type deck then with Paldea Vault. Play Ting Lu. Anti-Lost Box, anti-Miraidon. I guess we have to judge here. Which is a bummer. Well, we have boss for next turn. We will thin just a little bit more, just in case. The paywall is just too big of a hurdle for me to play IRL TCG. VGC is fun because I can play whatever I want whenever I want. Yeah, and that's kind of how the online client for the TCG works, right? Like I was saying, there is the collectible part of it where, you know, to get the cards for a deck, you gotta like open packs or whatever. But you can craft cards with like the essentially dupes turned into crafting materials. Excuse me. And then you can like reuse cards between decks, right? You don't have to have 16 of a card to put 4 of them in 4 different decks. You just need 4, and it'll let you reuse it. Or like the Radiants, you literally only need 1 of them because you can only play 1 of the deck. So I made peace with being a slow collector. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is that when it comes to real life card games, the Pokemon TCG is fairly affordable. Like, you could go build a highly competitive Lost Box deck for, you know, $30 or $40 if you want to buy the singles online. If you want to pull them from packs, it gets a lot more expensive. But if you just want to build a deck and not have, like, variety in what you can play, then you can just build a deck for, you know, like a good competitive deck for $50 or less. Anyway, we win. Give me the Arceus. And slam. Come on and slam, and welcome to Japan. Alright, chat, we got past that pile. Lord knows why they're up near 1,000 on the ladder with that. But, here we are. And again, just a reminder, if you just came in to the stream, I am currently playing the Arcadura Vulpix list that I'm going to be playing at Milwaukee, just as some practice and some last-minute testing to see if maybe I want to tweak a card or two. But I am definitely not, like, only streaming this and nothing else ever. If you want to see something else, if you're like, hey, I'd love to see you play Miraidon, I have lists built, I have decks built that I can just switch over to between games. We could play 1 game of Miraidon, we could play 3 games of Miraidon. You know, we could do a different deck every game and just go through the list if you want to. So let me know what you want to see. What was it even trying to be? I think it was trying to be a Lost Box counter, because the Delphox V does 120 damage to active, 120 damage to bench. But you need to accelerate fire energy to it because it lost zones 2 energy every time it does that, so it's just, I don't know, just play Rapid Strike Urshifu. I don't know why you would play that Delphox list over Rapid Strike Urshifu. Back to lurking. Cool. Thank you, sir. Lurkers are always welcome in the stream. You don't even have to announce that you're lurking either. I know some people like to, and some people will just show up to a stream and just hang out. Both those are okay. Whatever floats your boat, and lurking does help the stream too. You don't have to just be actively chatting. Lurking bumps that viewer count up, and makes the stream more public on Twitch's page if you go to the category or whatever. So lurkers are always appreciated. Got ourselves the Miraidon Flaffy build, it looks like. This is an interesting one, because if they're playing Raichu V, or if they're playing Ampharos EX, I kind of have to hunt that before being able to wall with Vulpix. But if they're just playing Raikous and Miraidons, then Vulpix is the ultimate answer to this list. So we'll see. This is the kind of setup where I would set up one Duraludon, one Vulpix. I would let the Duraludon hit until it gets KO'd. That way Vulpix is the only thing left, and they can't do any kind of escape rope boss shenanigans. Let's trek. We'll take the Judge in case we have to use it, even though we have one in hand already. I would like that Nest Ball. Let's Coal Rest. We are going to take Boss. We're going to take Trek, and we are not going to take Path, because they've already set up, so the Path's kind of useless. Path would have been good if I was going first when I saw this. But, alas. Yes, we would like that Vulpix. That is not one we want to pitch in this game. We are going to set up the Duraludon first, because like I said, I don't want to give them the Vulpix as a target to hit, because the baby Vulpix is quite squishy. Hello, live. Did you? Okay. Fighting, metal, metal. And, you already know where those are going, chat. We don't know the Duraludon. And I am out of soda. At least the soda that I got from my local game store today when I went to League. I have more in the fridge because I am an addict, and you can't tell me otherwise. I am still looking at 0 drop frames this stream, which I am chuffed about. Again, chat, let me know if there's a problem with the stream, video, audio. You are never going to hurt my feelings by saying that. In fact, you're going to hurt my feelings by not saying that, because I'd rather the stream be an enjoyable experience for you. Yes, will indeed. So even though we have the couch set up and it's a little scuffed, way better. Oh, they do have the Magnezone V and V-Star. That's another thing in these Flaffy lists that, you see, because it's the counter to Lost Box, and the Magnezone V and V-Star do not have abilities, so Vulpix does not wall them. The Miraidon Regieleki list, Vulpix absolutely walls. Fortunately, we're going to have to judge here if we want to get any kind of progress made. And just pray. Well, that'll certainly help. We will Ultra Ball these two. Let's go grab the V-Star. I guess there was a world where I didn't throw away the Switch, and I switch into Duraludon here to kill the Miraidon. But I also think we can kind of get away with just doing that and hoping that we hit energy again. You know what? Screw it. We ball. Let's do it. I am regretting throwing away the Switch a little bit, but hey, live and learn. That's why we practice. So that if I bump into Miraidon in a situation like this again, I keep the Switch. Use it as a nice little free pivot. There's the other Duro. We're not going to use that in this matchup. Stream has looked good, just the missed notification for the audio. Yeah, and that's really just a setup on my end being a little funny, because I like the audio from Streamlabs didn't output, and that's something to do with like how audio is output on a Mac is a little funny. I had to set up a program to capture game audio and like the music and stuff, let alone outputting the stream audio from Streamlabs. So, you know, it is what it is. There's the Raichu. I was not too happy about seeing that, but we do see it right now, so we can bonk it before the Vulpix comes out. Alright, I guess he's going for a Flappy. Yeah, it's got an entirely empty hand here. I don't think he's fleet-footed yet, so fleet-footed might give something good here. Might not. We'll see. Survey says. Survey says. Dynamotoring onto the Miraidon, and then retreating with Beach Court. So wasn't exactly what he wanted it looks like. Now we want to get a boss off those trekking shoes and attack that Raichu if possible. Oh, he's got the boss as the other card? Rip, dude. Arceus won't get knocked out, but he gets kind of stuck out there unless we hit energy. Which is awkward. Man, what a card to fleet-footed into. What a god. Also, we just hit top deck the double turbo, so why are we even worrying, chat? We'll trek. Absolutely, we need to keep the old Vulpix V-Star, so let's Colress. Why am I Colressing first, even though I also two out of two water energy in that Colress? That is unfortunate. Why am I not attaching the double turbo? Why did I Colress first? Because I want to give my opponent the impression that I did not have the double turbo in hand, and that I had to go fishing for it with the Colress. The less information I give them, the better. Okay, we're going to put the two metal here. Sadly, both of those water energy were in that Colress, which always seems to happen. I love when Colress just hits all the energy in the deck. Totally what I want to see in a deck that accelerates energy anyway. But we do have the boss. So again, depending on who gets sent out here, it looks like it's going to be the Raikou. What are energy counts? How do count energy? The metal in the discard, so... Retreating Arceus here, we don't have another basic to put on, so we just have to put back on the DT again. Which is doable. But yeah. Why is it important they don't know you top decked it? You got it either way. Because if they... How to say it? Colress gives me 3 cards. If they think that one of those was the card I instantly played, then... if they think one of those was the card that I instantly played, then they think, oh, there's only 2 other cards in his hand that I have unaccounted for. Like 2 other chances for that card in their hand to be good. Whereas if I had it in my hand anyway, and then I Colress, they go, okay, he didn't have a boss or something that he'd rather use. So it's a little bit psychology there. That wasn't the best explanation. But basically, because you can only play 1 supporter per turn, and I used my supporter to draw, it gave the impression that I needed the draw, as opposed to I didn't have a better option, and so I might as well use the draw. Also, we have another boss in hand, so I think we've won here, unless something wild happens. They, like, judge and also escape rope and also, I don't know, Thornton in the same term somehow. Hello? Hello? Opponent? Have you realized it's over? Oh, hello? Ultra Ball? What do you guys think the odds are they get the Ampharos EX versus, like, I don't know, another Raikou or something? Otherwise they would have tandem unit, right? Oh, the Greninja. It's a little too late for that, I think. I'm going to assume that last card in your hand is a Lightning Energy. Otherwise, that would be a really weird thing to get Greninja. And there's the concede. Cool, cool. Are we 3 for 3 tonight, chat, so far? Let's hope I have this kind of luck in Milwaukee. Oh. The Corviknight's here. This is the first time I think I've made it to Corviknight. Because again, sometimes I like playing silly, weird decks that aren't actually competitive, and I'll tank my my ranking because of that. I'm like, oh yeah, let me play my terrible Bayonet item lock deck. Just because, I don't know, I'm trying to have fun. Not just arbitrarily climb a ladder that resets every month anyway. What's the ranking system? Very rudimentary. It is literally just you win, you get 20 You get like plus 20 in rank. You lose 20 in rank. And then they have different tiers of different Pokemon and stuff. And then at the end of it, depending on how high you climbed, you get some in-game rewards. I think it's mostly cosmetic rewards. I think maybe if you get like to the Master Ball tier, the top tier, you get some cards. What are the tiers? So the tiers, they start with they're named off the Pokeballs. So it starts with Pokeball, then Great, then Master, or then Ultra, then Master Ball tier. And the Pokemon inside of them go from like baby Pokemon all the way up to like I think the top tier is Arceus because it's, you know, God. So we can take a look at that in a second, but basically like every like 120 rank or so, it changes what Pokemon it is. Playing Mew bot activate. So those of you who haven't played before, Mew is a very easy deck. Mew, I like to say Mew's the first deck that like we're gonna be able to teach an AI to play, because it's just all if-then statements. If you haven't drawn with Genesect yet, then draw. If you have an item card in Cramomatic in hand, then play Cramomatic. Like, it's just it's very straightforward, and it's also very powerful, which is why a lot of people did not like it being the entire meta for like a year, until we printed hard counters to it. Also, with it being a Mew deck, we are going to play 2 Duraludon. Vulpix does not wall against it. Let's see. Let's track. No, we're going to pitch the Rayhan. We're going to live life on the edge. We are, however, going to... Oops, not the Ultra. The Nest, please. And our other Duraludon's prized. We call that a big oof. Let's take a look at our energy counts. We cannot commit a fighting energy to Arceus without risk. That's Colress. We got the double turbo. That's really all we were interested in. Yeah, I think we take the... No, let's take the metal. Because we can safely commit the metal, or if we get the water off of just a natural draw, we can do that. Choice Belt always goes on Arceus in this matchup. There's no reason for Duraludon to have it. And we Trinity Charge. And we hope that they don't boss up the Duraludon and also have like a power tab or a Choice Belt. What is this song? Disaster Looming. Oh, is this the song that plays when spoiler alerts, by the way, for Pokemon Legends Arceus. Is this the song that plays when the sky is getting all funky? When the space-time distortion goes burr? And another fusion. That's weird. I guess they must have Alisa in hand. No, they're just praying that they hit the Alisa Sparkle, I guess. Interesting. I don't know why you wouldn't have put it on Meloetta, so you can at least do some damage. View players, man. Sometimes they can be so brain dead. Yeah, literally didn't attack that turn. That was not really smart of you. Let's see here. We're gonna Ultra Ball away Vulpix and an Ultra Ball because we really only need to get the Arceus V-Star. So we know that we don't have another Duraludon. Arceus V-Star being on the bench, actually fairly good. I can save it for next. Let's poke here and see what we get. We get a boss. So an interesting thought would be to boss one with Genesect. Or boss the Meloetta. I think we boss the Meloetta, just so they don't have the 280 option. And we save our Starbirth, because we don't need it yet, so... We could Starbirth next turn for another boss and take out one of the Genesects if we want. Or we just take a boss from the prizes, too. That also works. We are having good luck tonight with the draws and the prizes and such. It is getting warm in here, chat, but I do not want to turn on the air conditioner because it is a window unit that is about 2 feet to the left of my head, and would absolutely just blow out the audio on the stream. So afterwards, gonna have to turn that on. There's the Sparkle, just a turn too late. Ultra Ball, I imagine they're going to fail this. Alright, so they have a little bit of intelligence, but also they just didn't attack last turn with Mew, which if you're not attacking turn 2 with Mew, something has gone wrong. Is this our Crystal Cave or is this their Crystal Cave? Did they give us a Crystal Cave? I think they gave us a Crystal Cave, which is wild. If you give us a Crystal Cave, we will use it. Let's heal there. We are going to hunt one of the Genesects. So that hopefully we can get the Duraludon off prizes. Not there, but another boss. I didn't realize 2 bosses were prized, but I guess they were, and I guess we have them now. So if they can't get the kill on the Duraludon here, then we just get another Genesect. Can you guys see Artemis behind me? Yeah, you can kind of see her behind me. There you go. She's being a little window cat. She's poking herself behind behind the blinds. Oh, I hear birds. I think she might be looking at the birds. Are you hunting the birds? Oh, stream, can you see her? She just looked. Yeah. Roxanne and Path. That's pretty annoying. That's very annoying, actually. I'm gonna have to call annoying on that. Because, yeah, now they can kill the Duraludon, and I can't go and find myself a Colress. Or, not a Colress, a boss. Sad days indeed. Yeah, we Colress. We might have to make this a 2 Arceus game. I think we have to make this a 2 Arceus game. Huh. Interesting. Let's nest for that last Arceus, just thin a little bit. I do have the basic energy to commit, so I'm not going to commit the double turbo. That way I can kill a Genesect. We also hope that they don't have a... they don't have another Mew to put down to Psychic Leap this one that's damaged, because if we can just kill this one that's damaged, then that's our last 3 prize cards. It's an interesting little matchup. They had nothing, and then they hit that turn that was kept them alive. What you looking at, kiddo? Alright, they hit the Cram. That's unfortunate for us. Fortunate for them. So chat, I did a pre-release today for the new set that's coming out in a couple of weeks, Paldea Evolved. And I got a couple good pulls, I got a couple EXs, and that boss is annoying, okay. I got a couple EXs, including the one of the Chien-Pao EXs, which is one of the... It's going to be a pretty good meta deck, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to get myself some water going. I think I've got... Let's see, what do I have? I have that, I know I have the Excaliburs needed for it. I have 2 Palkia? I have a 2-2 line of Palkia, or 2-1 line of Palkia, so I've got some Palkia. I've got Articunos for Paralyzed Lock, so I'm actually looking forward to next format and having some new decks to play IRL. Top deck the boss. Top deck the boss? No, we did not top deck the boss. These things happen. We'll Colress. Really? Another Path to the Peak? Okay. Fail the nest. Ultra Ball away these 2. thin for the Vulpix. Yeah, we need one of those two bosses, or we need one of those two stadiums so that we can clear the stadium Starburst for the boss. Rather unfortunate that we didn't get either of those. Now, the good news is I don't think this Mew can attack again. And so, I think he's got to switch back into the other Mew, because he doesn't have a third Mew set up. And so we've kind of got both Mews on the ropes here. Okay, he's going to Psychic Leap with one of them. That makes sense. Again, though, if we can hit some way to get boss, then we're fine. Got to cram again. That's annoying. I guess I probably shouldn't have pitched the Arceus V and V-Star, because I do have Sharon's Care still up my sleeve, if I had another one set up. But that would require putting on the V this turn and kind of leaving it vulnerable. Also, I have no idea what he just Palpated, because again, thank you for information about my opponent's discard pile live. I would never want to know. All the Trekking Shoes. Man's thin and... Yep, there's the third one. I think he's already played the fourth earlier. But yeah, he's really trying to thin that deck before he Psychic Leaps. Good for him. I think he's got a Psychic Leap with the other one, so he's going to shuffle the DTE and the Fusion back in. Oh? Genesect V? I mean, I don't know if this is particularly a turn to Forest Seal. Oh, Roxanne. Interesting. I guess you're thinning my hand, but you also knew I didn't really have a whole lot. Like, I thinned myself out. Escape Rope is interesting. Escape Rope's very interesting, because it'll allow us to take a KO no matter what. Switch. Okay, so he's going to shuffle this one back in with a choice in the 2 Fusion Strike. I don't know if I would have made that decision. I feel like I would have shuffled the other one, just because the choice belt is kind of a liability to draw into. Especially after using that Starbirth, or that, not Starbirth, that Forest Seal. Trekking Shoes, we get a couple more chances. Yep, there we go. We're good. Crystal Cave, Starbirth. Boss's Orders, I guess I'll grab them both, it really doesn't matter. Boss up Mew. And hit. So ironically, he didn't give us a better hand, but he did put the Trekking Shoes on top of the deck with that Roxanne. So he might have actually made our lives easier there. VMAXs are worth 3 prize cards. We take them, and we win. We are rolling tonight with this deck. This makes me feel very good about Milwaukee. Now, I know the instant I get to Milwaukee, it's just going to be trash. I'm going to brick every time. So, here's the ladder for those of you that were asking before. So you start... Oh, it starts with the Quick Ball League. And you have all these baby Pokemon down here. Then you get to the Poke League, and it's the Pikachu. And you can get some more of these like stage for these basic guys. Great Ball, you start to get to Greninja and Houndoom and these cooler badass guys. We're at Corviknight right now. We've got Charizard next up, and then it goes to Ultra Ball tier, and you start to get to legendaries. Lugia, Mewtwo, Deoxys, and then Master tier, where we have our Mythics, right? Mew and Shaman, and then Arceus all the way up the top. I'll be honest, I still don't know the difference between a Mythic and a Legendary. Like, is it literally just how you get them? Like, Legendaries you can catch in the game, and Mythics have to be, like, event Pokemon? Like, oh, go to GameStop and you can get Celebi. Going first, you love to see it. Mulliganing, you don't love to see it. But, statistically, this deck is 1 to 2 mulligans, because I only have 7 basic Pokemon in it, so, not unheard of. Opponent, do you want to put down a basic Pokemon, or There we go. Alright, one, we only give away the fact that we have water energy, so... Maybe they know I'm playing the Vulpix variant. Maybe they're just really confused by why they saw 2 water energy. Maybe they think I'm playing some sort of Kyurem. Greninja, so again, we don't know much information from this. This could be a water deck. This could be Lost Box. This could be me absolutely bricking and not getting an energy. I think... See, if it is full water, Vulpix is good, but the odds of that are pretty low. So we're just going to end turn. There's just too much Lost Box running around right now for me to think this is anything else. Oh, no, it's Miraidon. Yeah, I guess that's another option. So Vulpix would have been good in this. Well, these things happen. We could technically still set up Vulpix in the sense that we could Sharon's Care up the Arceus and still make it like an 8-card prize game. We'll have to see about that. Are those Magnemites? Double Magnemite. Interesting. And not another Miraidon. Huh. Don't know if I agree with that choice, but here we are. On to the Magnemites. They're playing the Magnemite EXs. That is unfortunate because we do put a lot of energy onto the board. Magnemite EX also doesn't have an ability, so actually this being a non-Vulpix game isn't that bad. Sending up a Magnemite for what? Magnetic Switch? Electro Ball? Just to put 10 damage on me? Okay. Interesting. I guess they didn't want the Greninja being knocked out. That's fair. But you also... Like, look at my board state. You know it's not getting knocked out. That was super weird. Okay. We're going to Colress. We're going to grab the Sharon's Care. We're going to grab the Ultra Ball. And we're going to grab the other Colress. We did hit the DTE on the top of the deck. That's very fortunate. So we can do this. And we can do this. We don't have an extra to commit to Arceus, technically. So there is a world where we Starbirth for the water energy of all things, but we'll see. Generator. We're up Miraidon, I would assume. I don't know why you would ever put 2 on the Magnemites. Again, kind of weird that they didn't tandem unit yet. They might just be playing suboptimally, or this might be a very, very weird list. Alright, get the Magnezone. I'm assuming you're going to Rare Candy. You have it in hand this turn. There it is. And then I assume because you threw away an energy that you have some way of switching in said Magnezone, another energy. So, yeah. Now they finally tandem unit. I don't get this. Weird list, weird suboptimal playing. Pachirisu. Bruh. Yeah, Artemis. This is quite the little pile that we're playing. They do sadly have the Arceus knock here. Because the double turbo, it's not energy cards, it's energy. Just because I have to manually attach, we are going to Ultra Ball first, just so I up my chances of hitting the energy for the other Duraludon. Trek. I do think we take the boss. Of course, off of the Colress, we get the Raihan. There's one of the energy, and we'll judge is the other thing we'll take. We are going to hang on to this Raihan, because that'll be very good for accelerating energy onto the second Duraludon, if need be. In the meantime, bonk. Go to Duraludon jail. So he's doing 200 with his Magnezone. So it'll two-shot, which is the life that we live. But, you know, here we are. Shane! There's a name I have not seen in a while. Oh, the Cheryl. Boo. Boo this man. What's up, Shane? How's it going? Yes, we are a Pokemon trading card game. Sans the trading, because you can't trade in the online version. So it's just Pokemon card. Unfortunate Cheryl. We need to hang on to the Rayhan, so I think we Cold Rest. Switch that drink. I will do so in one moment. Let's get through this turn. Ultra Ball, 2 bosses. That's, I don't know, it's pretty decent. Ultra Ball away. Arceus and Sharon's Care. We are not going to use Sharon this game. Get ourselves that second Dura. Does look like next turn we'll be Rayhaning on an energy and finding the other energy. Unless we get a lucky top deck. And, Dura Bonk. Okay, let me go get myself a healthy glass of water. Chat, because you're in my living room today, I can just talk to you while I'm getting the water. Probably a little faded, but it's not full goodbye. Oh, did we get judged? No, they researched. Okay, good. I was going to be a little annoyed that I walked away and we instantly got judged. They researched though, so they don't have hand disrupt, so we've got the Rayhan for next turn. So, as the kids say, you love to see it. Now, going through another Magneton, I'm going to just go one after the other. Getting through another Magnezone is going to be annoying, especially if they Cheryl it again. So our best option is to keep their hands small. The second Magnezone will only be doing 150 damage, so we'll survive 3 hits. It does have the Choice Belt, though. So we kind of want to see if we can find Crystal Cave. Unfortunately, we did not top deck the energy, so we're just going to have to grab both energy with this Rayhan. Sad. Crystal Cave is not prized. That's good to know. Let's Lost City. Sure. Thin hand a little bit if he judges us, and also we'll send this Magnezone to the Lost City in case he's playing Recovery. I doubt it, but this is kind of a weird list we're going against, so maybe I shouldn't doubt it too much. Zach the Goat. Thank you. You flatter me, sir. The Pachirisu is interesting. I guess they don't have Magnezone in hand? Oh, no, they have Beach Cord. They're just using it as a pivot. I guess they're going to try to Generator, knowing that that would do more damage on the Magnezone than using the first attack, the Energy Crush. The guy of all time. That's more like it. Not the greatest of all time, just the guy of all time. Not even the GOAT, a GOAT, just a guy of all time. I can live with that title. Arvin. I assume Ultra Ball is going to be one of them because it seems like they don't have the Magnezone in hand. Or maybe they just don't have the draw. Maybe this game's actually over. Ultra Ball, EXP share. Yep, that tracks. Getting rid of the boss in the Beach Court. That's not a bad move, because you know you're not going to have anything to boss. The Beach Court will allow us to keep Crystal Cave in play, probably. We can hit the Crystal Cave. Obviously, we shall see. Yeah, I forgot about the Pulse Launcher and how that does 220 plus the Choice Belt, so the Crystal Cave probably doesn't save us anyway. I think we lose. I think, ironically, our first loss of the night is going to be against whatever the heck this is, and not an actual competitive deck. Because that's just what happens sometimes. It do be like that. We'll Trek. Maybe we hit the cave. Choice. Do we think that he has another lightning in hand? Excellent question. Energy, 8, 9, 10. This list is probably playing somewhere between 13 and 15 if I had to guess. I know, you can smile at me all you want. We pitch these. Doesn't matter. Judge. Nope, we didn't hit it. That's game. Bummer. First loss of the night, and it's against whatever this Magnezone list is. I mean, that's the point of Magnezone, right? Lots of HP. All right, you can stop taunting. I don't. Can you guys see that on the stream? The little. I guess you can see the bottom of it from the face cam covering the top, but like, yeah, they made it so easy to be so toxic in online or in live. It was a lot worse in online because online just had like phrases, so it'd be like, "Oh, good game" or something, right? And so you could kind of do like the Rocket League thing where you spam something good and it's actually, you know, take it as a bad thing. In live, they gave us emotes of our little characters, and like 3/4 of them are negative. It's like thumbs down, angry, shrugging, looking around, like hurry it up kind of thing. I think there's only like 2 that are like thumbs up. I don't know who at TPCI was like, you know what? Let's just allow people to be as toxic as possible in this children's game online. But yeah, they woke up and chose violence. I'm gonna go first. My opponent let me go first, so they're probably playing like a Miraidon and hoping for a donk. Can I say something controversial? I mean, lightly controversial, sure. If you're like, we should eat children, I don't know if I would do that. Mew is interesting. We are gonna pitch the V-Star because I really do need to attach an energy. Or we're just punished. These things happen. Yeah, pass. Fun first turn. Pikachu is not yellow. Sir, you said, can I say something controversial? And you came in here and started some controversy. Are you gonna say Pikachu is orange? That he's like more like an orange than a yellow? Because then I think we have to get into the like original Gen 1 Chonkachu version versus the new ones. Because they really did change his design, especially between like Gen 1 and Gen 2. Dark, you say? Is this a Darkrai deck? What is this? Pokestop and Dark. I think this might be a Darkrai, like, Turbo Dark deck. Fantastic. I haven't played one of these online at all. I've played one in person, because I have a somebody in the local league who really enjoys Dark-type decks, and he really wants to make Darkrai work. Pikachu is that hex color code. I'm going to copy that and see what it looks like. Please let me highlight it, computer. Copy to Google. So, okay. So yes, that is the color Pikachu. Is that not yellow to you? Is that like orange or something? Light yellow, not yellow. Okay, now here's the controversy. The controversy is you think that light yellow isn't yellow. Do you think that light blue isn't blue? Also, what is this? A Rangaroo? Moltres? What is this deck? Hello? Am I gonna lose to this just because I dead drew? No, it's light blue. So what do you base it on? They are gonna actually donk me. I'm so annoyed. What was this pile that they just beat me with? Sad. Sad days. Wild. So what is your basis for what is and isn't the same color? Because obviously, you can't have one thing be yellow, and if it's even a slight bit off on, like, the hex color code, it's not yellow, right? Like, is it what you would find in, like, a 64 pack of Crayola or something? Oh, did we just match up against the same guy? I hate how Live does this. Instead of taking, like, 3 extra seconds to find me a new opponent, it's just like, hey, play the guy you just played. Which is always fun. We're gonna hope that we don't brick as hard. And also, I'm gonna make sure that I put down a nest so that he doesn't donk me. I do want to go first. I know you want to go second. But yeah. Six mulligans! 6 mulligans! Ugh. Okay, well, our opponent's gonna have a hell of a hand. We might try to judge them out of it. Oof. Oof. Owie my bones. Also, we still don't have an energy in hand to start with. Just kidding. We top decked it, because we're gods. Chat, do we take our chances and hope that he doesn't get the donk again? He does have the Guru out already. That's not a great start. He's also got a 12-card hand. I think we have to Ultra Ball so that he does not donk. Take all chances full steam ahead? I had already committed the Ultra Ball, though, and I'm not going to fail the Ultra Ball just to go for the meme. If you had said that before I committed the Ultra Ball, fine, sure, let's do it. But go big or stay at your house. I do believe that is the phrase. Be large or exist within your abode. Got the VIP pass on turn 1. That's not surprising. We gave them a 5th of their deck on turn 1. Two Moltres, just to, I guess, rub it in my face. The reason I hung on to the Path to the Peak, knowing now that he's got Guru, that he's got the Moltres, Radiant Greninja even, as soon as we Starbirth, we are going to put out the Path. I do also think this is a great candidate, depending on what other Dark types are, if it's just entirely Moltres, to use Vulpix. We shall see. Although I guess Darkrai V-Star also has an ability. It's got its V-Star. So, I think it's going to be a Duraludon Moltres game. Or Duraludon Vulpix game. God, his hand is so big. And I'm probably not going to be able to disrupt it next turn, because I'm probably going to have to Cold Rest to even just find Arceus V-Star. Assuming even, Arceus survives this turn. Manually attach. Forest Seal. He's gonna go get the fucking... Oh no, he's already got the Switch Cart. Existence is pain. Existence is pain. Bruh. Alright, chat, new question. Do we use the Pokestop that he gave us before we passed to the Picam? Do we rip the Pokestop? Just hope it works out for us. Yes. Okay, we're gonna rip the Pokestop then. I hate that this guy has donked / nearly donked us twice in a row. This deck should not be this good. It doesn't help that we gave him 6 extra cards. Alright, we're gonna rip the Pokestop. Remember, chat, this was your idea. If we threw away the Vulpix, it's your fault. Pokestop. Nope, Duraludon. What's that energy? A water energy? Well, the water energy is not ideal. We'll Trek. Ooh, the Rayhan. This is a move. I think we full send the Vulpix. I think we take the Rayhan for the Vulpix, or we use Colress to try to get to the Vulpix. Which we do. Ultra Ball and a Shore of Fighting Energy, let's say. I love it being my fault. Put the blame on me. Alright. Here's this. We're going to nest for the Vulpix. V-Star is in deck 2, so we're not totally up a creek without a paddle. That's good. That was the only water energy, though, so we do absolutely need to Rayhan. Path. End turn. Haha, no abilities for you. No Guru. No Moltres. Escape Rope. Fuck me sideways. That is very unfortunate, because he's just going to attach from hand or use a switch card or something. God damn it. Well, we've still got the Rayhan, so we can still make this work. Maybe. Oh my god, his hand is so perfect. I hate that I gave him this big hand. I am gonna take an edible. Do you have work tomorrow? Because otherwise that sounds like a great idea. I think we need to Rayhan and put this on, and then just go get a metal energy, because we cannot afford to have 2 turns of energy. And then we're gonna pray? I think after that we pray. Less up, chat. I do not have work, it is a holiday. Then yes. Imbibing in any kind of, legal drug of your choice sounds like a good idea. Alright, Metal Energy and the Crystal Cave, and he hits nothing. Let's see it! Nope. That's not Metal Energy. That's not Metal Energy. Is this Metal Energy? That's not Metal Energy. And we lose. Alright, so we won against all the meta decks tonight, and we have lost against all of the what the hell decks. Hello, Gage. Welcome in. Hello, Kate, too. I see that Kate says hello. Is that the count? No. From where I was looking at the emote, like, 4 feet away. Not 4 feet away, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. But it looked like purple and black, like it was the count from Sesame Street. And I was like, okay, who's got that as an emote? Alright, chat, are we going to hit a meta deck and win, or are we going to hit a non-meta deck and lose? No, we're going to hit the same guy. Okay, we need to wait, like, we need to pause for, like, 15 seconds and not hit the same guy 3 times in a row. Alright, hopefully we don't mulligan 6 times and give him a 5th of his deck to start. I'm not too chuffed, or not too bummed about losing the coin flip, because I know he's going to let me go first. Because he wants that donk. We didn't mulligan at all! Let's go! And we've got a Vulpix to prevent against the, donk. So, we're good. What is this card? What is this? Oh, it's a Rayhan. Oh, it's the Rayhan where he's, like, signing. I think it's from Lost Origin or something? Suicune? Suicune? Let's Trek. As much as I'd like that for the Duraludon, I'd rather try to find an Ultra Ball. We're going to put the Vulpix down. We are going to, controversial decision, put down a Water Energy on Arceus, just so we have an option with Rayhan. We're going to Path. So he doesn't have the fleet-footed and Oranguru and any other bullshit unless he gets the Pokestop. Called it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, immediately clear with the Pokestop. You know, these things happen. Nothing in the heavy ball. Pokestop, Dark Patch, throw away both Moltres. Well, the Mew helps. Definitely slows him down. Forest Seal, I assume he's going to burn it right now, otherwise he wouldn't have attached it. Don't know why you attach it before Fleet Footing, but that's just me. Feels like you attach it as a last resort. But what do I know? I just play Pokemon. Doesn't want the other Mew. What the yuck? Oh, yeah, dude, this deck and this player, I don't know what they're doing, but they got lucky against us 2 times in a row, and we are going to have our revenge. 2 Dark Patches, they're going to grab Luminion, get themselves a new hand, I assume, with Research or Judge. I'll be a little annoyed with Judge, because I do have the DTE in hand. Dancer! Dancer! Excuse me? Somebody's using Dancer? What is this deck? Dancer's draw to 8, but only on if you go second and it's your first turn, right? Or draw 2, draw 3 more, only if it's... What is this deck, dude? And why is it actually kind of working, is the other thing. Because I've seen piles before. But, like, this actually has a little bit of, like, cohesiveness? Alright, so you... Far Sealed for the Battle VIP here. Gotta put another energy to the discard, hoping to get a Dark Patch and then Dire Flame Wings, and then manually attach. Yep, he's got it all. What the hell? Bruh. And the Choice Belt. Oh my god, what is this? And the Switch Cart. What is this? What is this deck, and why is it stomping me right now? Well, the good news is, him putting down that second Moltres actually helped us, because now we can, Silvery Snowstar on, Vulpix for the KO. Although I guess we had it because he did damage to himself already, so, not that that particularly matters. Chat, are we gonna rip the Pokestop? I say let's do it. Nest Ball? Well, the Culver's and the Sherms, yeah. But the Nest is certainly helpful. We'll Nest for Dura. I think we attach to Dura here, just assuming that Vulpix is going to get knocked out next turn. Well, no. Because I don't think, even with Choice, the Moltres isn't going to knock. And I doubt he's got any other attackers here. So we can actually, because we have the DTE in hand, unless we get judged here, we can actually start walling. Also, this guy's using the inferior trekking shoes art, so instantly bad deck. Use the Crown Zenith art. Didn't want the boss. Interesting. That was a quick choice. Must really be digging for, like, Dark Patch and stuff so he can get the Dire Flame Wings off. Or the Moltres attack off. I forget what its actual attack was called. Aura Burn. Of course he hits the Rayhan, of course. Why is this deck actually working? What is this? What is this nonsense? And the Dark Patch, he didn't even have manually attached. Now he can manually attach the Suicune to retreat it. What the heck? Oh, he does have water energy. Interesting. I figured the Suicune was just a fleet-footed, and he had to choose one of the three. Alright, we do this. Do this. I think we thin a little bit, just so we can start hitting the energies we need better. And yeah, we start walling. Snow Mirage. I seriously doubt that this guy plays Path to the Peak, because everything he has an ability that he would want. Well, that said, he could escape rope and then boss for double escape rope, and that would be not good. But it's already burned a lot of resources, so let's hope that's not the case. Another Luminion, double fish. What is this deck? Oh, and didn't find anything with it either. Okay. Is this it? Is this the end for this weird Moltres deck? They all have abilities, champ. I think the only thing that we've seen that would be able... No, the Mew even has an ability. I think everything in your deck has an ability. Okay, I mean, we could just prolong the pain. That's okay with me, I guess. Put the fighting energy on, and we'll Snow Mirage. Quick turns, go Burr. Okay, Dire Flame Wings is charging up. Again, you won't be able to hit the Vulpix. You're going to have to boss or escape rope or something. Also, getting the switch in hand is not bad, because if he does try to boss stall, like boss and then boss the next turn, we can get around that. There's the rope. But does he have it like that, chat? Nope. Just trying the rope boss stall. And we have a way around that. It's the switch. I was just saying that. Ah, this song. So good. So, opponent. There we go. So we're doing 140 now. If we can find the choice, we can one-shot the Luminion, which is an option. I mean, at this point, if we find the choice, we can one-shot any of the Vs or the Greninja, and so that's beneficial. Another escape rope is not so much beneficial. Maybe we just top deck our escape rope. Maybe that's what it is. Interesting. Luminion, just in case I... Oh no, the cross switcher! I forgot I saw the cross switcher before. God damn, what is this demon deck? Alright, Chad, it's easy. We're just gonna top deck the Raihan. He's going to kill himself again, though, if he attacks with Moltres. Which, again, it would have been nice to find the choice belt so that we could have... That would have been a KO there, and not a barely over. At the risk of giving away our hand, we're going to thin a little bit here. And pass. I don't know what this demonic deck that we're playing is. So the Moltres is out of commission unless he's got more switch cards to heal a little bit. Can attack with the Suicune. Well, or he's got the switch cards. I don't know why I opened my mouth. It's okay, we're just gonna find the Raihan. It's okay. Top deck the Raihan. Well, interesting he threw out the Suicune. Does he have the water energy for it, or was he just kind of hoping? He does have the water energy. Okay. Trekking shoes. Ooh, I do think we take the gear. Because, yes, the Raihan's not going to help us because out of that turn. But we can boss. I think the monkey has a retreat cost of 2. Yes. Okay. So we boss up the Guru. And stall. Hope that he's out of switching. And I think the answer is yes, he is out of switching. Another fighting energy. Really not the energy I wanted to see, but we'll put it on just in case we get judged. You know. This is life. Existence is pain. But I do think we have the stall anyway here. Yeah, it's just passing turns. There's the metal energy. So, interesting conundrum. I don't know that we attack once we get the last metal energy, because that'll allow something to come up. I think we have to wait until we get a boss. Or we just get the boss. Okay. So now we just need that last metal energy. Survey says he does have the other dark. Okay, that's game. What is this demon deck that we're playing against? What is this? End the choice. Just rub it in my face, why don't you? Oh, I guess he did need the choice, but I kind of assumed that he had the choice the entire time. He's playing the Gurus. Must have a pretty high choice belt count. Okay, I really wish Live let you see your opponent's deck after you play, like online did, so I could see what the hell that list was. But we're gonna pause for like 20 seconds. We don't match against the same guy again, because I hate that Live does that. In the meantime, we can take a look at the list, chat, if you'd like. There's really not a better way to look at it than this. Live's kind of shitty. Go to customization. No, that doesn't. Edit deck doesn't make it any bigger. So basically, we've got a 1/1 of Vulpix, a 2/2 of Duraludon, a 4/3 of Arceus. We've got 1 switch, 1 escape rope, 4 nest, 4 ultra, because we need those. We need that search early in the game. 4 checking shoes, because more draw, more better. We've got 2 Pokegear. We've got 4 Boss's Orders. We've got a Sharon's Care. That's been a new addition that I've been convinced to add. And it works out, so I think I'm liking it. 4 Colress. That's our main draw engine. We don't play any research in this list. 3 Judges, because I was so tired of Lost Box having like 15 card hands against me. 1 Rayhan in case everything goes bad. We have a Choice Belt to fix some of the math with Arceus especially. But also against like Dragonite and Tyranitar. Stadium-wise, we have a Crystal Cave, a Lost City, and a Path. I have I have tried 2 Lost City and 1 Crystal Cave, but I do like Path against the Lost Box matchup. Then energy-wise, we've got 4 DTEs, 3 fighting, 5 metal, 2 water. So we've essentially got 1 more of each basic than we need for a standard setup. And that seems to treat me pretty well. Somebody different, let's go! Ah, love this Pikachu coin. Oh, yeah, I guess I always call heads, so that kind of makes sense. Starting with an Arceus V and Energy and the V-Star in hand, never a bad thing. Except, I guess, when we're facing that Demon Moltres deck. Greninja, so again, we don't have much information here on what they're playing. Shrek, do I want to keep the Ultra Ball? I think I do. So that we have the ability to go get a Dura or somebody next turn. We'll now have to use our Starbirth for it. Pitching a Metal with concealed cards. Is this Dialga? Yeah, there we go. So it's either Dialga or, like, Lost Gudra. I guess it could be the Zamazenta, but I don't know why you would. Lost Zamazenta stonks way down. Miraidon, so you can go get the Magnemites. This is pretty standard list here. Or a Magnemite in the Rotom, that also makes sense. Alright, let's see if we can Pokegear for, like, a... Oh, that Duraludon's nice. Yeah, we'll get... Well... No, actually, I think we're gonna get Judge. Get rid of his 8-card hand. Because you know there's a V-Star in there, there's a rare candy and everything you need, so... Duraludon. Ultra Ball away Rayhan, and Crystal Cave. We don't want to give him the ability to heal this game. And get other Duraludon, because this is absolutely a 2 Duraludon kind of game. Judge. And then if we don't hit the DTE, then we Starbirth. If we did not hit the DTE, so we Starbirth. You guys are almost done sorting energy. Are you sorting energy into its basic types, or are you also sorting by the art style on the energy? Are you being that sadistic? Because one of these days, I am going to sort by the art type on the energy, and, you know, want to kill myself. Also, we only have 2 fighting, so we are going to have to Starbirth and get the water energy for the other. No, because we already have the metal on Arceus. I think we're going to grab Boss just for the next turn. Attach the choice. Hopefully, Starbirthing and then attaching the choice makes them think that we Starbirth for the energy and the choice belt and not anything else. You say bye-bye to the Greninja, which is nice because, again, he's lost his draw engine. He's only got 4 cards in hand, so the odds of hitting the Candy and the Magnezone, not so great. Sorted all my retro stuff, standard stuff, and bulk. Almost done. Nice. Nice. Alright, I think we... Well... Yeah, let's boss up the Rotom, actually, because we can hit the Rotom with Arceus and Accelerate at the same time. The Dialga worries me a little bit, but we'd also have to do some shenanigans with Duraludon at the moment, and I'd rather not. So we'll just play it straightforward. Sharon's Care, interesting. We do have that as an option if he just goes for the not temporal rupture here. Fish and Candy, that makes sense. I love that Erida is such a versatile card that it gets used in decks even without water types to really make use of. Interesting decision here. Because we don't have the Duraludons. The Star Chronos would kill one of these basic guys, so it's really no different than leaving the Arceus there. So I think we Colress. We don't hit anything because God hates me. Let's fail this Nest Ball just in case we get judged with that fish next turn. We'll attach for turn here, and I think just hit. And unfortunately, he's going to be able to do the Temporal Rupture. I have so much energy. Yeah. That's Pokemon for you. Like, everything comes with a pack of energy, which is great if you're new, because it's like, I don't have enough dark energy to play this deck. Well, the ETB came with a pack of energy, so now I do. But then, when you get more than, like, 3 products, it's like, I have enough energy for my entire life, and now what am I gonna do? Add him in. That makes sense. Gonna go get the Magnezone, because he doesn't have it. But he does have the Rare Candy in hand. My face when I have 3 buckets of basic energy. Yeah. I guess there was an argument that we should have judged last turn. I don't remember if we had Judge in hand or not, or if we got that off Colress. But just to disrupt, because we knew he had a bunch in hand that he was sitting on. But, hey, you live and learn. Unfortunately, lots of energy on, so he's going to be able to take the Duraludon knockout on the other thing here. We hope that we got it like that, and we can hit the Duraludon back and KO this Dialga. Actually, we can KO the Dialga anyway, because the other one, even the basic baby, can hit. We just hope that he doesn't get insane luck on the Giga Magnets again and power up that second Dialga. And he didn't. Serena, I would be very strange if you Serena'd to my other Duraludon, because they're identical to each other, but I guess that was an option that he could have chosen. Instead went for the discard draw, which makes sense. Alright, we're going to start with the Pokegear, because I'd rather find Colress. It's going to just have a better odds of getting Ultra Ball or Duraludon. Actually, we'll start with a Trek and Choose. Nope, don't need that. Don't need that either, but thank you. Nope, okay, Existence is pain, chat. Lost City. Do we commit the double turbo just to reduce the chances that we draw back into it? I think not. I think we judge and we pray. Survey says, never punished, always successful. And we even have the rope for next turn if he tries to put up the Dialga V-Star and can't get the KO. Oh, there's the other Duraludon. Just a turn too late. Or half a turn too late because he Star Chronos, so took 2 in a row. No, Worker, not my Lost City. That was definitely integral to my strategy right now. And the concede. There we go. Alright, approaching 2 hours on the stream here. I think we'll play one more, as long as it's a decent game. We're not going to play one more and, like, end on a brick or something. But yeah, we'll do one more, and then probably wrap the stream. I'll throw you over to one of my friends who's streaming. And yeah. I queued instantly. We might get the same guy. Nope, different. Sweet. Starting with Arceus, always good. I had a good time at dinner with you guys too. Thanks, Gage. Thank you and Kate for inviting us. Playing Mew. Classic. Question though, is it Fusion or is it Judge Mew? Because actually, the Fusion build, which is having a resurgence, Duraludon does even better against than the Judge Mew. Just because it has less path to the peaks that they play. Oh shit, this is the Giratina fight music, I think. Got that screeching violin. Ah, 2 for 2 on Crams. Boo. Boo this man. Alright, it is Fusion Mew. Fusion Mew, as I like to say. With our Pokegear, we're gonna hope for a Colress. I'd rather not judge and give him a new hand, and also maybe judge myself out of guaranteed energy in the hopes that I find the Trinity, the double for the Trinity. So. Plus, he's got the Genesect stuck out front right now. Who knows whether he's drawn into an escape rope or something. Penny. Yeah, I guess that's a decent one off in Mew lists, right? Yeah. Penny up a Genesect that has had damage put on it by Lost Box. Oh, we don't even need to Pokegear, but we will. Just to thin a little bit more. Colress. Alright, here is a problem with playing mixed arts online. Yes, okay. You don't get to choose which one it gets picked. So, sometimes you have issues where you give away that you have 2 Colress in hand because you show one Pokegeared, and then the other one gets played. Path, we don't want to path ourselves. Both Duraludon are prized! Chat. Chat. Both Duraludon Vs and one Duraludon VMAX are prized. I cannot. Come on. Well, we're pathing. Remember when I said we didn't want to path? Well, that was under the assumption that Duraludon was actually going to be able to wall properly. Yeah. What the hell? I told you it was Tina time. Damn it. Bro. Insert I am straight up not having a good time meme. What are the freaking odds, man? Also, really unfortunate judge. You hate to see it. We put one fighting here, 2 metal here. Actually, I probably should have done that in a different way, just in case I Sharon's later. I'm still learning the Sharon's and how to allocate energy based on the fact that I might Sharon's later. So, I guess it's a relatively new addition to this list. And I think it does make sense with how much Lost Box is running around right now. It's just not something I think about in the prize map because it doesn't matter whether you kill 2 Duraludon or whether you kill Arceus and 2 Duraludon. But it does let you essentially kill 2 Arceus and 2 Duraludon. Bye-bye Path to the Peak. And it does allow us to Starbirth if we do draw into the Beastar at least. I also don't play Hisuian Heavy Ball on this list because I figure, what are the odds that I'm not gonna that everything I need is gonna be prized? Um, yeah, and then you get games like this. This is why I'm happy that Milwaukee's best of 3. Are they gonna be able to hit the retreat though? Because they already committed an energy, so they can't attach a double turbo and retreat. Yep, there we go with the switch. Boo! Oh, I thought they committed energy this turn. Did they lace a sparkle maybe? Or am I just misremembering? Oh, I think they did it the turn that they just whiffed. That makes more sense. Yeah, they must have done it last turn when they just kind of like whiffed. They just attached and passed. I can't remember. I'm getting old. Why attach it to the Mew? What? Hello? Am I missing something? Ugh, all of the normal energy. Basic bitch energy. We are not gonna rope because that would be allowing them to switch back in the Mew with a choice belt for free, and so they would just win. This way, at least, there's a chance that they only do like 190. No, they power tablet. Okay, we lose. Double power tablet. We lose even more. Bruh. Okay. That is not going to be our last game of the night, chat, because, like I said, that wasn't exactly a brick, but both Duraludons being prized was not how I thought this was going to go. Oh, I forgot. Lab doesn't even tell you what attack they choose when they cross Fusion Strike, so they used Melodious Echo last turn, not Technoblast, so it didn't matter anyway. Take your prizes, come on. Game's over. You can do it, champ. You just gotta click 3 times. Just 1 prize, 2 prize, confirm. You got this. It's okay, baby boy. There you go. Alright. Let's try that again. I should really like turn my kitchen light on so I have light coming from this side, so I'm not just like a half lit, half not. But you know, scuff setup and all that. Also, we're playing Gamer Evolved. Hyper Gamer. Ooh, he called Tails. I'm a big heads believer. Alright, starting a Duraludon, going second. This is not so great. We at least have gear, so we can maybe try to do something. Mew, so if we can get the VMAX out, we're okay for a little bit too. There's less options. No, please, stop. In the nest. Tell me they've got another Battle VIP in hand. Rope, okay. Why? Aquarius Seal, okay. Are they gonna burn it? Are they gonna hold on to it right now? Gonna hold on to it, I'm sure. Survey says... Hmm? Go ahead and burn it so that I can... No, okay. So that I can boss up a Genesect and stall. The other Duraludon, not the Pokemon we want to see. We are gonna Colress here. Let's see if we can hit any sort of Arceus. This is close. I think we take the Judge. Gonna Ultra Ball the Rayhan and a Water. Go get the Arceus. Have I fucked up my energy count irrevocably? Yes and no. I can't commit this metal energy to Arceus. Otherwise, I'm fine. Put down the second Duraludon and end turn. Do they have it? Fusion, so this is Fusion Mew. Again, better of the two matchups for us. Sparkle. They don't have the VMAX, otherwise they probably would have played it by now, so they're just trying to thin their hand enough that they can draw with Genesect. They're going to get one here unless they have something else up their sleeve. So I don't know what this music is. What the hell is this music? Oh, Volo's Betrayal. Okay. Alright, had to burn the V-Star. We'd love to see it. Interesting. I would have gone for getting you with Ultra Ball so that you could thin your hand a little bit more, but that's just me. What do I know? I'm not a Mew bot. So the good news is that we can commit this metal energy with impunity because it's going to be a Wonder Aldon game. So in fact, we don't even necessarily have to judge here. We could boss up a Genesect, or even... Well, no, I think we boss up the other Mew, yeah? Because we can take the other Mew without the Choice Belt. Now the question is, do we Starbirth and get Duraludon? I think we do? Because there's a chance that they knock out the Arceus in one hit, and we don't get to use Starbirth properly. So I think, actually, we Starbirth for Dura? Right? Not an Ultra Ball, but Dura? Yeah. And we Starbirth for the Sharon's Care, I think. Or we Starbirth for the Choice Band? I think we Starbirth for the Choice Band, actually, so we can one-hit a Genesect if need be. If that's the case, actually, I am going to hunt these Genesects then. Because this Genesect will take one Fusion out of play for the Melodious Echo, and will also reduce their draw by one, and it seems like they were kind of having trouble drawing to start with, so that's it's not bad. Crystal Cave, I mean, it helps us clear a path. I don't know that the math is really going to make a difference for Duraludon. I guess it can with the Max Miracle, right? Max Miracle does 130, that's a 3-hit, or, 110 with a double turbo, still a 3-hit. But if I Crystal Cave, that makes it a 4-hit if they're just double turboing constantly. Committing the Mew VMAX, which is interesting. It means that they don't have the Max Miracle, or the Psychic Leap, rather. Stripping my choice belt, that makes sense. I can't have the Jennies. Another Jenny, that makes sense. Serena. Okay, tossing Deoxys. I was wondering if he's going to pull up the Duraludon, but... Jenny, okay, so a full field of 3 Jennies now. So, yeah, I mean, we made them commit resources they probably would have committed elsewhere by attacking the Jenny, but it wasn't exactly the deadening that I had hoped. God, this song goes hard. Hey, they gave us a Crystal Cave, so we don't even have to worry about it. I wonder if they play any path at all on this list, or are we just totally... we don't have to worry about path. Vacuum, I assume they're going to remove the Crystal Cave. Maybe the Forest Seal from the Genesect? Yeah, Crystal Cave, that makes more sense. Don't give me the ability to heal. They are doing the Mew thing, they're only down to 7 cards in the deck. I didn't realize they'd played 2 Power Tablets that turn. I thought Arceus was going to survive them, to be honest. Well, Metal Energy, Crystal Cave, Judge, because I'd like different hands, please. Ultra away and Nest, and an Arceus just to thin a little bit. Get the Vulpix, sure. He's cute. She's cute. Very rainbow. It's almost Pride Month, so gotta play the rainbow. So they've over Mew VMAXed, so they can't Psychic Leap. So we know we can take one of these Mews if we want to. Or we could just hope that we hit 2 bosses and get Genesects. Again, it doesn't seem like they play Path, so I think we're okay with the Crystal Cave to heal off and maybe make this Duraludon last 4 hits. Which would be pretty nice. Cramming, they don't have much of a deck left. There is also the option of having them deck out. We could force a deck out with a boss or with a judge if they don't have that much. Switch that drink! I'm back to unhealthy, baby! You know what? Shane was in here talking that, you know, it's a holiday weekend, time to imbibe. I'm gonna get myself an adult beverage. Why not? Oh, they cleared my Crystal Cave. Bummer. They did just deck themselves, though. So that's a thing. Awestruck has a great lavender hopped cider right now. I'm not a cider boy. I not a fan of apple I like burned myself out on apple juice as a kid. So yeah, not super cider boy. I'd be into that if it was like a lavender house beer. But chat, I haven't dropped a single frame the entire night. Let's go to the full screen here. It's also hella dark, but I am making the executive decision because I did not drop an entire frame the entire night. We're gonna open a pack of Pokemon cards. No such thing, always need more apple. Respectfully disagree. But we're going to crack a pack of Brilliant Stars here, if I can put it into the camera properly. Let's see what we get. There's a whole lot of good stuff in Brilliant Stars I'd love to have. Just any kind of hit would be cool to wrap the stream. This is one of the ones where there's the trick. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a V-Star marker. We're already not in business. Hate V-Star Marcus. Gold Arceus, let's go. I hope, dude. Choice Belt. I don't know why I'm pointing away. This is kind of dumb. This is not the point. Choice Belt. Vibrava. Staravia. Focus. Camera. Focus. There we go. Golurk. Hey, Gracie girl. Chemico. Love. How's the autofocus doing? Not good is the answer. Chimchar. Minchino. Baltoy. A reverse hollow Pachirisu. Look at that guy. She's vibing. Focus. Sure. And a Druddigon. Wow. What a hit. We're cracked. Alright, well, you know, maybe I should have just ended with the win instead of opening a pack. But setup is hella scuffed, but we're in business. Chat, I didn't drop frames. Might be the lighting, to be honest. Oh, about the autofocus? That is true. Could be really screwing with the autofocus because of that. End on cat. Yes, let's get some Gracie action here. Say hi to the nice people at home, Gracie. You can see there's a cat tree next to the couch here. So Artemis was up there for a lot of the stream. And now Gracie has joined on the arm. Artemis, where are you? Artie. She might be taking a nap. I don't want to bother her. But yeah, thanks, chat. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for those of you that gave the stream a second or third or however many chance after our hella scuffed one last time. Thanks for that. I'm gonna pass you over now to another stream. We're gonna raid. We got a raid target for the night. A friend of mine from IRL, Rotom TCG. He is also, believe it or not, playing the Pokemon trading card game. That is his thing. So go show him some love. It looks like he's playing Magnum. I see maybe Metal. So maybe he's playing the Dialgalist. We'll go see what he's doing. But yeah, show him some love. Drop him a follow if you haven't. He's a really good player. So if you like the card game at all, definitely would show some support. I might stream tomorrow with the holiday. We'll see. Stay tuned to that. Join the Discord if you haven't. I'll post there, or follow with notifications, and you'll get the notification if I go live. If I don't end up streaming tomorrow, we'll try to do another one sometime during the week before I go away on Thursday, so a Tuesday or Wednesday stream. I want to stream once more before leaving for the weekend. But yeah, I will see you all next time, chat. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy having off tomorrow if you do. Have a good one.